The following is a Podbeard production.
Two bros in a game! But look at my butt.
Heavy the laxative.
Father, what is this?
I do not know.
My blood moon is rising once again.
In a world where two ordinary gamers team up to fight the forces of boredom, this is their podcast, and this is their story.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kaz, and you're listening to.
What's it? Why just
Two
not
guys in a
Why?
game.
Oh my god. Oh god, my heart.
Are you okay there?
Oh shit.
Told you I started recording an hour ago.
Oh my god, I'm in pain.
I waited.
You know I can't move very fast.
I know.
Why did you? Oh. And I'm Hodder. And this is Two Guys in a Game!
Just so you know, TJ actually had to get a special surgery done.
Oh my god.
Where his testicles got shoved back up into his abdomen so he could say it that way.
He made me run.
That is another reason.
You know I can't move very fast, Kaz.
I know. Unless there's like pizza involved. If
Unless it
there's
involves
pizza, this guy
pizza.
runs like 100 miles per hour.
But even then, like, you know, if it's either that or it involves recording a podcast.
I was about to bone my girlfriend, and then I saw a pizza stand, and I went and got some pizza and came back, and then she was all like, there was no way.
Kaz has found this thing for this week. You know what the sad part is?
What?
I literally had to run like not even maybe 6 feet.
And you're already out of breath.
I'm not out of breath. Just like, I'm like, my lungs are like, bro, what's going on? Like, I'm like wheezy.
And see, I smoke, and my lungs don't even. I played baseball, and my lungs weren't even like
Bro,
that.
I'm out of shape. It's bad.
I'm not in shape either. I have
It's
what
bad.
the French call a certain je ne sais quoi.
I have a dad bod. Haha.
I have a pre-dad bod. I'm ready.
Dad bod.
I'm
You're ready to be a dad
I'm
bod.
ready to have like an infant to a toddler,
Kaz
and then
bod.
by the time I'm 26, boom.
You have a Kaz bod.
Thanks.
Hashtag Kaz bod.
Hashtag I'm super attractive.
Bod bod.
Suck it. Zach's self-esteem has gone up by 30 points in the last
He's
week.
gone up by 30 points, but we're not going to talk about why.
What do you mean, why? My self-esteem can go up at any time.
it
Like
should.
right now, it's
he
going
just
up.
leveled up. He had a rare candy. Get on his level, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Get on my level, bro. So we hope you guys are doing awesome. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 34
Be sure to
of
click
Two
that
Guys in a
like button.
Game. Yes, click the like button.
And now, a sexy correction with your producer.
Apparently TJ can't count. It's episode 33, not 34. This is the life I've chosen. You're welcome.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a follow, all that fun stuff. We appreciate it. Kaz appreciates it. I appreciate it.
Don't appreciate
The
it.
producer
Do whatever
appreciates
the
it.
fuck you want, man.
This is actually
Live
kind
your
of funny.
life.
This
Live
actually,
your best life.
yeah.
Hashtag there was no way, bro.
Hashtag there was no way. Actually, kind of a quick, funny story about what we're doing right now. So we're currently at the producer's place, but the producer is not here.
Breaking and
This is
entering.
breaking and entering. I mean, I asked it before. Is it really breaking and entering if the door's unlocked?
It still feels like breaking and entering to me.
So that's funny. Shout out to the producer for letting us use his place.
We joked around about how I broke into TJ's house like twice.
Yes,
on
and
to
now we're
record
literally
podcast,
breaking
and now
into
we
Brandon's
literally did
house.
that.
Breaking into the producers. That's gonna be a new segment here on Two Guys in a Game. It's called breaking into the producers.
And then I want the music to be from Snide's Hideout from DK64, where it's like dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know that one, right? Where you're
Yeah.
turning all the blueprints in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
So good.
So good. That's a great freaking game.
was so
dude.
good.
Such a good game. We've talked about it before on this podcast, but like, what a great fucking
Yeah,
game.
man. So like I went to take the blueprints to the Fox and then I came back out and I looked at my girlfriend and she was like, there was no way.
I went to fight King K. Rool, and I tried to beat him, and I couldn't. And then I turned to my girlfriend, and she said, there was no way.
There was like no way. You're going too Mexican. You really got to
know,
keep
I
that
sounded
Canadian.
Mexican. He's not Canadian,
he's
though. He's-
Totally. He's like jabroni.
I was about to bone my girlfriend.
I was about
can't
to
do
be
it.
Canadian, and then she was like, there was no way.
Maybe
It's all
if
about what
and
you
then
got
it
to
was,
do,
and then they did that
you know?
stupid. They did that stupid follow the money episode, and it was. He was like, "Oh, $1. Perhaps now she will have relations with me." And then he gets his arm cut off. And he's like, "Ah!"
And then she's
it's just,
there, and she's
there
like,
was no, there is no way.
There is no way.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then I went back to trying to bone my girlfriend,
And then-
but the black flies were too bad, and she said there was no way.
I was out in the woods with my girlfriend, and I looked up and I saw a Bigfoot. But then I went back to
already
bone
said
my
this.
girlfriend. Yeah, I know. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
it's funny. So
said
Kazith, Dor Jones, Zaz, Zach.
No, it's not Zaz.
It's not Zaz.
Zace.
Zace. Excuse me, Zace. Yeah, we found out there's a third personality in Kaz Jones. You just hit your mic stand. That's what happened. You just looked at it so confused.
No, I'm angry.
Why did you move, you bitch? So, Kazith, my good man, what is new and exciting? What was that?
My nose is peeling from my terrible sunburn.
That's what's new and exciting. His nose is peeling.
Oh, I look like a fucking raccoon.
You actually, you look completely normal now. I honestly forgot about your sunburn. It's been over a week and it was still.
Nice. Thanks, TJ. Thanks for softening the blow there.
You look good. You look nice and tanned.
New and exciting. I don't know. TV shows are pretty scarce nowadays, so I've literally been scraping the bottom of the barrel for TV shows. It's been really sad for me. I think that is the cause of some of my depression right now. I'm a very big TV show watcher. Like, I binge watch. So if there's a show out that I like want to watch, I'll just watch it. Boom, done. And then I have like this really big depression. I don't mind week to week shows, but depends.
I'd rather binge watch.
I'd
I'm the
rather
same
binge
way.
watch.
I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do, I'd rather just binge watch it whenever I want.
Exactly. So no, nothing really new. Nothing
Nothing new and exciting.
No.
You know what I'm watching right now? That's a solid show.
What?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, seen it.
never-
You could literally list off any show right now that you think is good, and I've probably seen it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've seen, bro.
Go
Because
list
it's
them.
up our. Well, dude, that's like really all I have. I'm rewatching Big Mouth because I love Big Mouth so
Seen it.
much. Yeah, I know you have.
BoJack Horseman, seen it.
Yeah, we've
Bob's Burgers, seen it.
show before.
Last Man on Earth, seen it.
I never gone on The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, you'll get to it.
And I can't get into Bob's Burgers. I tried.
It's so good. You just have to love it for the jokes that are told in there.
It's just, yeah, it's too, I don't know. It's just too much for me. I just
Like-
can't. I don't know.
I don't know. I just love the jokes where it's like, there's the one episode where Louise, you know who Louise is?
Yeah, yeah.
She's the bunny-eared girl.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's like, she goes to a concert with Tina, and it's called Boys for Now or something like that. And they're like a boy band, and Louise is like, oh, I'll never fall for like
Boy band.
a boy band. This is stupid. I'm like a little girl and everything. And then she finally falls in love for the first time. Like, she has a crush. And it's the funniest thing to watch, like the experience, because she's just like, oh my God, I want to hit that guy's stupid face. And so she runs into the bathroom because she's freaking out. And she's like, she puts water on her face. And as she turns around, there's like a picture of him. And then she runs into a really heavy lady wearing a shirt with him on it. And she like almost kisses the shirt right where his face is. And she's like, no. And she runs out.
She's trying to avoid it.
And she's having like a freak out, right? Because she's like, what is this? Like, why am I experiencing this? And then she runs past these girls and they're standing in the hallway and they're just like, it's the funniest thing to me. It's these little jokes that they do where they turn around, they just completely catch you off guard. And this one girl's like, oh my God, Bobo's face is so cute. And then she just goes, shut your mouth. Bobo's face is the reason why faces were invented. She's trying to... I don't know. I just thought it was funny because that's something I would do. Or just like, oh my God, Zach, don't you think that girl's so hot? Shut your mouth.
That's the reason why faces were
That's
invented.
the reason why hot girls were invented. Just like,
Isn't that girl's ass phenomenal, Kaz? That is the reason why asses were created.
let's not talk about asses right now. That makes me sad.
Speaking about asses.
Rest in peace.
What?
Sorry, just an emotional Kaz moment. Okay, continue.
Emotional Kaz.
Speaking about donkeys.
And I was gonna make a really sexual joke, and I decided not to. So as far as what's new and exciting, something I did want to talk about. It's not gaming news,
Good.
but I did want to talk about it because I'm currently downloading a big fan-made DLC right now for Fallout 4. Have you heard about this at all?
No comment.
My client has some goodwill by coming here today. It will not be.
So I went to download the DLC for Fallout 4, but then I looked at the download time and I was like, there is no way. So
what it is it's a big fan-made DLC. It's called Northern Springs. I don't know a ton about it except for what I've read because I'm currently
Is it a
downloading
mod
it. Yeah, like it's fan created. It's a mod, but it's like they have it for download.
on PS4?
For everything, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Via the Nexus mods.
The Nexus.
So that is the Nexus mods is for everything, I'm pretty sure.
Dun, 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 dun,
Or is it just for?
And so you're downloading that and enjoying
Yes.
your life.
Yes. And it's going to be cute. Basically, it's apparently bigger than Nuka World and Far Harbor.
Okay.
There's new quests, new armor pieces, new weapons, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So I'm really excited about that. So if you guys are wanting to continue to play that, also the Vault Tech rep is an unlockable companion in this. So that's pretty cool. There's a couple new things, also some new jobs to choose from as well. Cage Fighter, Deathclaw Hunter, Book Collector, and Bounty Hunter. So that's there's 3 new settlements, player homes. It's cool, like there's a lot going on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll let you guys know once I actually check it out or play it. I will. And when I say I'm downloading it, I mean like I'm going to go home and download it. Because I just found this out now, just for the record. I don't want to lie to anybody. I kind of lied to you guys. I'm sorry. I'll never lie to you again. But so that's cool. I wanted to touch on that because it's kind of cool, the fact that they're allowing, because they've been doing that with the Nexus module. Like they almost make it like official mods and DLC, but like they're mods. That's how they started. I like that the creators are doing that now. Like they're making mods more acceptable, and they're making it
because
like,
it's basically like them saying, so we're too lazy to like make good content, so why don't you guys just make the content?
why don't you guys just make the content for us?
And then they were like, there's no way.
It's gonna get really old really quick.
Say that about, that's what we said about you in the Hodder show. Oh
Burn. My.
And weren't we right?
Yeah. 174 episodes in or whatever, and it's like, yo.
And you've got 10
when is this guy
views. I don't even
stopping?
know how you do that. I mean, you
10.
have 174 episodes. At least, even if Brandon just watched each one once, you'd have 174 views. But 10?
All I have is 10 total views.
10 total views.
That's it. It's unfortunate, really.
It's such a shame.
It's such a shame.
And me and Brandon were
Okay.
like, there is no way.
There is no way. There's no way I'm listening to that. But as far as what's going on in our lives and everything, of course, we like to talk about what we're playing this week.
Yeah.
And I know you have been playing one game in particular we're going to talk about in a little bit. That's kind of the main focal point for today's podcast. But is there any other games that you're playing other than that one?
How
No,
about
there
you?
is not. Me personally, there's actually a few. I've actually...
No!
no! There
You
is
ask me this
nothing.
every week.
There's
no
nothing.
new game.
But it's funny because...
Unless it's a game we're talking about on the podcast.
Haha. Well, that's it. Like, it's like, I know you have something to talk about, but like, we're gonna... That's what I like to do now. I like to lead into it. I like to lead into the main...
So yes, for the record, I am playing something new. I'm just not playing what we're allowed to talk about at this moment in time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a little...
TJ
I should have just led with mine, but I
TJ
don't like
tries
to,
to
do that.
structure things and I ruin it.
Pretty much.
TJ's like, okay, boy, go get the tangents. And he throws a bag of tangents over there. And then he forgets one thing. The tangent bag opens and tangents go everywhere.
This is the meme I'm posting for this episode. Can you see it from over there? You guys have seen it as this episode drops, and it's the gunshot thing where like the guy shoots someone, then he asks like, "Why did this happen?" or whatever. And it's Kaz with a happy face shooting me, but the bullet is tangents, and it's me sitting on the chair, and it's Hodder telling a story or giving shoutouts, and then it's him saying, "Why do you keep stopping?" Oh, it's so good.
It's actually, what's really funny about tangents? I'm going to go off on a tangent about tangents right now. So Netflix dropped this new Jim Jeffries. If you don't know who Jim Jeffries is, he's a comedian. They dropped this new comedy special from him. And so he's really, really funny. Like he's not, I won't say he's very political, but he has become a very political
I know who he
person.
is.
So he comes out on stage and he's basically talking about how like Mariah Carey hired him to do a stand-up for her husband's birthday. And so Mariah Carey's famous, blah, 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 blah. So Jim Jeffries was like, no, I'm not doing it, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so he ends up meeting, who did he say he ended up meeting? Al Pacino. He ends up meeting Al Pacino at this party, right? And Al Pacino comes up and goes, you're really good at telling stories. I had one moment there where you were like going off on a tangent. And then... for some reason, after 5 minutes of going off on a tangent, you came back and you still told the joke and you landed it. And Jim Jeffries is like, well, that's what I do. I go off on tangents. I'm like, no, that is our word.
Thing.
That is our word. But like, obviously he gets to say it. But he said it. He's like, I always go off on a tangent. I'm Australian after all. And Australians always go off on tangents, especially when you get a beer in our hand. See, what was I even talking about before?
Number one thing with TEDs is making sure that when you're going off on a TED, you can always come back to what you were originally talking about. That's the key to it.
Anyways.
No,
That's how
I'm
we
not
go
saying
back.
anyways anymore. We
Yeah,
say anyways.
You say it all the time still.
I know, I'm trying not to say it as much anymore.
Instead of anyways, say
Scrotum liquor.
no, just be like motherfucker.
That's just what I say to people when they're mad. Then they make
Exactly.
them
So
mad.
just say that now, and then you won't have to defer if you're mad or not. You can just be like motherfucker.
Motherfucker, we're gonna go talk about fucking ass.
So your game that you were
So actually, it's funny. I've had like a really heavy video game week since we last talked. Like a heavy week because I've played like 4 video games fairly like quite a bit, which is funny. Most of them I've talked about on this podcast before, but one I don't remember if I ever did.
okay.
It's a really good game.
Okay.
So I've been playing a lot of this one I have talked about on the podcast, and mainly in the beginning.
Yep.
See, now this is the problem.
No. Just finish. You can finish. Go ahead.
Let me finish. Play as me. I finish.
Finish. It's all good.
Okay, I finished. You guys may recall in the first few episodes of Two Guys in a Game canon, I was talking about playing WWE 2K a lot.
Yeah.
And I got 2K18. And I didn't really like. I came in and when I play my wrestling games, I like to create all my characters and blah 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 blah. Like I didn't really play the universe mode, which is like it's a story mode, but it's like not like a campaign mode kind of. It's just like all this different stuff happens, a bunch of different little storylines and everything. And it's unique and it's really cool. You can like really edit a lot.
Okay.
And I didn't really play it. Now I've started playing it and like I'm playing the shit out of it and I'm having so much fun. Oh my God. I've been playing the crap. I was really playing it this morning, like for a couple hours before I came to get you, which is rare because I don't usually have a crap load of time to game anymore. Like I usually have maybe throughout the week, I might have a total of like maybe 10 hours to actually solidly game throughout a week.
Yeah.
And whereas like this week, it's been like almost every day I have a couple hours. So I'm
nice.
like, that's sweet. Like, I mean, it equals out probably about the same.
Nice. That reminds me of Loretta's cooking.
But I've been playing the crap out of that and I'm loving it. It is so much fun. Just having all my characters and everything and being able to throw
And you
them
were
in.
playing it for like a couple hours, and your girlfriend came home, and she was like,
There was no way because she wanted to play Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
And you were like, there was no way.
No, because we're actually playing the multiplayer now because we were just playing Zombies 4 and I kind of wasn't really into it that much.
Yeah, I know, right?
And the multiplayer is actually like, it's actually so fun because it basically feels like I'm playing like Mass Effect.
It basically
But it's
feels like
first
I'm playing
person.
a bunch of random bullshit that makes no sense at any point in time.
'Cause it's like more like there's like more futuristic weapons and like it is fun.
Tango down, grenade out, reloading, cover me, reloading.
And then there's like characters in the game. They all have their special abilities, and it is very different from the Call of Duties I remember. I'm not standing here saying it's a great game and everyone should go buy it, but it was.
But
free,
everyone should
so.
go buy it. And I'm standing here saying it's a great game. And then Kaz was like, there is no way.
There is no way we're posting this. We're literally going to delete this episode.
This would be
afterwards.
equivalent.
Delete,
So
delete,
then TJ
delete,
went over
delete.
to the Nintendo Labo and picked it up, and he turned around to Kaz and said, we should podcast about this. And Kaz was like, go
There was
fuck
no
yourself.
way. Me and the producer were at EB Games the other day.
Uh-oh.
I almost bought a plush Pickle Rick, by the way.
A what?
A plush Pickle Rick
Why didn't you?
because I didn't have $15 on me.
That's so stupid.
I know I'm. Really,
You can materialize $15. Next time you need $15, be like, Kaz, Pickle Rick, plushie, $15. E-transfer. Boo!
I was thinking about it. I was gonna be like, bro, do you want this? Because I was gonna get it for you.
We need stuff for our studio, okay?
do.
It
I
can't just
should've-
be the
I
pop
should've got
vinyls.
it.
I mean, the pop vinyls are great.
Because
but-
they had that, and then they had a Morty too.
Pickle Morty?
No, it was just Morty.
It's Pickle Morty!
If they had a Rick, because I was hoping they'd have a Tiny Rick too. Which, by the way, shouts to your T-shirt,
Thanks.
Tiny Rick. But yeah, and it was just funny because we picked up the Labo or the Labo, whatever the fuck, the piece of shit, and we're holding the box, and he shook it a little bit. And he's like, dude, I'm like, what? He's like, feel how fucking light this actually is. And we're like shaking it, and we're like, oh my God. Like, and then our buddy Adam, shouts to Adam, he's like, guys, there's literally nothing in there. And I was like, oh, I thought that's just how light
Yeah,
it
no,
was.
it's actually pretty heavy when you pick up the box with the stuff in it.
Because I picked up one that actually had it in it, and I was like, "Oh, that's surprising."
Yeah.
There's a lot of cardboard.
No, I picked it up too, and then I threw it halfway across the room. They were like, "You can't do that, sir!" And I said, "This is bullshit. How are you allowed to sell this shit to people?" And they're just like, "Sir, we don't make the rules. We just sell the content. Sell the content."
I'll sell your content. Then he killed them. No, that's not how it happened.
No, and then I just threw a bunch of Labo boxes at their heads. They're all hospitalized, and they've learned their lesson. Walmart will no longer be selling Nintendo Labo after violent outbursts of
Walmart
podcasters. Well, yeah, it was Walmart.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's what we were looking at the one day too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Also, the producer pre-ordered Red Dead Redemption 2.
For
PS4.
For
PS4.
PS4 what?
What? I don't understand where you're going with this.
You keep saying PS4, and I'm like, for what?
I get it. For us to stream, eventually.
He doesn't have to buy us video games.
Well, he wants to play it too, obviously. He's not buying us. I mean, he might buy us video games. I know. So that'll be cool. We're gonna have to play it. The three of us will like hang out and we'll just play it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Be a good time. And then also, I have been playing Mario Kart 64 a lot ever since our chat last week about the Mario Karting through the ages.
Yeah.
I had so much fun playing that, and like when me and you were playing it, and like Sam came home and she's like, "You guys are playing Mario Kart?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, let's play it." And like, I'm like, "God, what a
She kicked
fun
your butt?
fucking game!" Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
If you let
the
her
following
win,
is a Cabe Fave Productions.
you let her win.
I let her win a lot.
Nope. I would
Mind you,
never.
that's just what I
ever do
say
that.
when she beats me.
Ever. I'm sorry. I'm too competitive. I don't care if my relationship ends because of Mario Kart. That is the price you pay.
It's the price you pay to win at Mario Kart.
No, any girl who's like, I'm a gamer. I'm really good at Mario Kart. I'll be like, all right, cool.
also
Come at me, bro.
Also fun.
And then
fun
after
fact.
we were done Mario Kart, I took her to my bed, and she was like, there
was
is
no
no
way.
way. You
And then
threw
she
way
just-
too many red turtle shells at me. You're a dick.
And then you said, "I'll throw another red turtle shell at you."
No, I said, I'll give you the unlimited mushroom. See, I don't know why you always don't think about the mushroom.
I know.
and
I
stuff.
always forget about the
You
mushrooms.
forget about it. If you're gonna be,
If I'm gonna try to make
I'll
a
give you
dirty
the
joke,
golden shroom. I'll give you the what's it called? The power star. I'll give you
Yeah.
the power star.
I'll give you my power. You guys can't see it right now, but Kaz is currently humping the air.
Do 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 do. I'll give you the metal Mario cap.
Kaz, can you do me a favor? Can you hump the air again like that? 'Cause that was really funny.
I
Okay,
actually
fine.
I ran out of energy doing that.
He doesn't have a lot of energy.
I came to this podcast. Oh, but then I came.
Oh, but quick funny story about my fiance, and it has to do with gaming.
It's time
She's
for
been-
some sexy gaming news.
Actually, this is pretty sexy gaming news. So we Black Ops, obviously, like I was saying. My wonderful and beautiful and smart and awesome fiance, I've said it every time, was she's been on nights, like working like midnight. So she sleeps during the day and everything, which is kind of shitty because like who actually likes to be on nights? Seriously, like
Nobody.
It's not
Like
fun.
seriously, guys. Seriously, who likes?
It's
me on
not fun.
ice?
So that's why we're
Nobody.
currently at Brandon's recording because we couldn't record at my place because she's, fucking sleeping, which is what it is. But the reason I'm telling you guys this is the one day I came home from work and like she was texting me saying that she was up and she's trying to wake up because like she was really tired. And I come in and like the classic quintessential gamer girl pictures of like the hot like gamer girls you see, they have the headphones on, they'll have the long t-shirt on, they're sitting cross-legged, they have the cord in their mouth, and they're like, I'm so fucking horny playing this video game.
Like I don't get that because like
I don't get it either. It's really
horny
stupid.
Playing video games.
I mean, you ever actually, or do we? I
Wait
do.
a minute. Oh
You ever
my
actually,
god.
You ever actually played Mass Effect Andromeda?
So many,
No.
so many, what are repressed memories are coming.
Repressed memories.
Oh my god.
Sexual frustrations. I wanted to bone her, but then she
I was
said
playing,
there was no
and then I
way.
realized it was a video game, and so I was like, there was no way. So yeah, so continue with your sexy gamer
They
thing.
make stuff for that. Anyway, so I come home the one day and Sam's sitting on our couch, headphones on, playing online Call of Duty, poning noobs, like actually poning noobs. And she's like got like the long t-shirt and everything. She's just sitting there like just total gamer mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey. And she's like, oh, hey, what's going on? I was like, you look so fucking hot right now. You have no idea. And she's like, why? I'm like, because you look like a gamer. She's like, I am a gamer. I'm like, but like, are you though? And then she's like, yeah. And then she shows me her fucking kill to death ratio online Call of Duty. And I'm like, shit, you are. Like,
You're like, oh my god.
she was doing good, dude. Like, she was like, I think it was like her final, because it was out of 50. I think the final she got was like 38 to like 6 or 5
She must have
deaths.
been playing with the 12-year-old league then.
No, she was playing with like fucking adults, because like I could hear them talking. They're like, "Oh my god, a girl! Oh,
No way! Like, I wonder if she'll bone me." And then they were like, and
There
then she
was
was
no
like, "There
way."
is no way."
And then,
And then you walked in, you're like, "Can I bone you?" And she was like, "There's no way."
"There was no way." Did you just come home from work? Yeah. Do you think? Yeah, there was no way.
Do you think your kill death ratio could be as good as mine? No. Then there is no way.
And there is no way. So that's cool. But the other game that I kind of want to talk about that I have been playing a lot of, and I've been really enjoying it.
Uh-oh.
Why are you saying uh-oh?
I don't know, just because, like, usually you're only playing one game.
Yeah, I know, right?
at a
I'm
time.
actually playing 4 this week. Like, that's actually crazy.
My God.
What?
That
You're playing
warranted
4
it, oh my
games? Oh.
I'm playing. What?
There's Tuber Boy's playing a bunch of games this week. Tuber Boy. I'm going to get Tuber Boy over on the podcast. Brandon likes Tuber Boy.
Oh.
All right, Tuber Boy. Tuber Boy, you say can have a conversation. You say. That's Tuber Boy.
You say is not the one who does the
Wait,
voice.
what? No!
I'm sorry, to a
No!
boy. I came
I came. What?
to this band practice. Oh.
See, it's funny. It makes sense. Tuba Boy doesn't actually play tuba. He's a character.
So what's your other game?
Anyway, so
What's
on the other
you just said
game-
anyways.
Listen, I don't care.
I'm gonna have to
Shut
say
up.
anytime
Shut
you
up.
say anyways. I'm
Shut
gonna
up.
call
Okay,
you
just
out on
stop
your
talking. I'm gonna have to do
bullshit.
Tuba Boy more. I did Tuba Boy when I'm trying to calm down. Yeah, Tuba Boy. I love Tuba Boy so much. It's so good. It's always a good time. No, but the other game I've been playing is actually Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. You ever play that game? So basically, for those of you who are not familiar with what it is, I'm going to give you guys kind of a bit of a synopsis on the game. It's going to be a quick one, though, because we want to get to our main game today. For those of you who are not familiar, it is a third-person shooter game that also utilizes kind of like vehicle combat and things of that nature. It was released in like 1996 for N64, also for Windows
Right.
95. And basically, you play as Dash Rendar, who is a mercenary hired by the Republic.
Is he a stormtrooper?
No.
Oh.
But he's like friends with, basically he's kind of friends with like Luke and all them and Han. And
You never
him
hear
and
about
Han
him
have
in
a
the
rivalry.
movies, ever.
Because it's part of the Shadows of the Empire, which is like it's like a multimedia project that was like, it's what took place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. And there was like books and cards and everything. And there was tons of media on it and stuff like that. It actually uses a lot of the same soundtrack and a lot of the same story and characters as from the books and everything. Like your main villain in the game is Prince Zager or Zord or whatever the fuck his name is. And well, basically Dash right now, he goes through the.
Well, we know that
like, you
TJ
start
doesn't know how
off-
to read names properly after
Yeah,
our
it's
revelations of
XIZ
Aiden Chronicles.
or Aiden Chronicles the First Mage. Thank you very
Aiden.
much.
I have a
Aiden
cousin named
Chronicles.
Aiden.
Aidian Chronicles. Aidian.
No.
Listen, I'll do what I want. But so
Terrorance.
Terrorance.
That's how I would
sounds
say
like a
your-
band name.
No, that's just.
We are Terrorance. No, but
We are
the
Terrorance Jimmy's Hodder. Hodder.
Hodder.
Hodder.
Is
Hodor.
TJ Hodder here? I'm
Hold
sorry,
the
what?
door.
Hold door. Hold door. Hold the door.
That's how TJ could play Hodor if you wanted
That's
to.
how I do it. No, but the cool thing about the game is like you literally like the first level you start off in like you're at the Battle of Hoth. That's where, and then you end off in a big fight before Return of the Jedi. And it's such a cool thing. There's a lot of really cool levels and everything. Your characters, there's a lot of really cool, diverse characters. Like you get to fight, oh my God, Boba Fett a lot,
Boba Fett is
which is
your
cool.
main bad
Basically,
guy.
all of the mercenaries in
to fight
the
Bossk?
Star Wars, yeah, Bossk too.
Bosk. He's our
IG.
man. He can't do what no one can.
He can't do it.
He cannot do it.
And then you've got like,
You look like a booger.
and then there's the robot IG something or other. You fight him too.
That's a stupid bounty hunter. I have an idea. Let's create a diverse group of bounty hunters and make one of them a robot.
Why not? He's a battle droid that was upgraded.
C-3PO would have been a better bounty hunter.
No.
Oh, bother. C-3PO and Winnie the Pooh are basically like equivalents, just so you know.
God!
I'm pretty
How
sure
are they equivalents?
I'm pretty sure that the P in C-3PO stands for Pooh Bear. C3 Pooh Bear. Oh.
How the hell? Please explain your logic. How they are similar.
Oh bother. Oh bother.
That's literally it. Just that.
No. Think about it. Okay, think about it. So Pooh is very much like this. He's just like, I'm gonna go stick my head in a honey tree and nothing bad will happen. Where C3PO would be like, oh my, Master Luke wants me to stick my head into a honey tree. I can already tell you that there are 341 chances that I will get my head stuck in there. And they'll both go do it. They get stuck, and then they come out and they both go, oh bother, Master Luke. Oh bother.
Well, shit.
If you guys don't think that C-3PO and Winnie the Pooh are equals, then, go stick your head in a honey tree.
I'm saying right now on our on our social media that I'm going to do a poll for that. See what people think, because I'm curious, because that's actually really funny. That actually is quite funny. The fact that I've never heard anyone make that that connection before.
Well, think about R2 and Tigger are pretty much the same person too. Tigger's bouncing around. He's all like,
okay, that's a bit of a
I'm
stretch.
on cocaine, and R2's like, hey bitch, let's just go do whatever I want to do. And C-3PO is always following beside Tigger. I guess in a sense, you could say Piglet and C-3PO are probably more in common, because Piglet's like, we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be doing that. And C-3PO's all like, oh my, Master Luke wouldn't want me to do that. And then R2's like, wee woo woo.
I feel like all of them are kind of similar.
I feel like that the concept for Star Wars came from Winnie the Pooh.
I feel like you're right.
And all they did was add space battles and
God.
shit. No, can you
So
imagine?
ridiculous.
You just go back, George Lucas just like hears this podcast. He's just like, what the fuck? How did they figure it out?
How did they figure it out?
And then he came to our house and he told us we were going to jail. And I was like, there was no way.
That's when we killed him, Your Honor. But what's cool about Shadows of the Empire as well is
we're still talking about that?
I'm
God
not done yet.
damn it.
I have a couple more points I wanted to make. As far as from a combat standpoint, like you can get a bunch of your main blaster is a gun you have. It's basically Han Solo's blaster, the DL, whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
And it has like a recharge thing. So it's instead of having like a certain amount of bullets you can fire, it has recharge, which is cool. Third person view, but then you also get a bunch of different guns. You also, of course, you have your vehicular combat and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. The flying in it's also really tight. You have levels where you're like in the gunner of your ship and you go through and it's like a rail shooter, which is really fun. So it's a really diverse game combat wise, and like there's puzzles obviously you have to solve, and there's a swoop bike race level you have to do that's hard as shit, and like it's cool. It's a lot of fun. As far as you can pick the game up fairly cheap. So if you guys are looking for a good game it's not a cheap game challenge game or anything, because it's definitely over $20. You might pay $25-$30 for it, I think, at a flea market. Because it's not a rare game, but it's not a cheap game either. Like, you're not going to pick it up for like $5 in a bargain bin, you know?
You're not going to pick any N64 game up for like...
Oh, there's some you will. I've seen some.
So then pick them up.
Well, they're sports games.
Oh, you're talking about like MLB...
Yeah,
03
dude.
or 02 or
and there's
01
some
or
like,
98.
I saw
that's different.
Actually, quick fun story as we get into our main topic today.
Yay! Finally, our main topic.
Shadows of the Empire, great game. Check it out.
Yeah.
If you've never played it, I recommend playing it. Graphic wise, take it for what it is. It's old, but fun story. When I was at a game shop recently, a small game shop up in Peterborough. And they had a bunch of N64 games. And one of the games they had that blew my mind that they had it for so cheap was actually Mischief Makers.
Oh, right. And then the guy came up and goes, so you want Mischief Makers? And you were like,
There is no way I'm buying that.
Okay, now
game.
I know this is the gimmick is where it's at its end when TJ already knows what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
so
it's over. It's done.
It's done.
But it was, I mean, it was a kind of a cult
when you
classic.
come in here,
Shake, shake, shake.
you steal my goddamn
Shake,
thing,
shake.
and then you start to anticipate what I'm going to say. Get out.
Get out. You're no longer welcome here. But they had the game on, and like anytime I've seen that game, it's like it's been expensive. Again, it's not a rare game, but it's a cult hit. It's kind of like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No, it's not like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
In the sense
That's
of...
funny, though.
You
Next time you compare a game to Conker's Bad Fur Day, do not have me in the room with you to completely call you out on your goddamn bullshit. Mischief Makers is kind of like this. It's like a cult classic because it's a cult classic. There.
Let me explain
You do not say
what
it's
I
like Conker's
mean
Bad Fur
in the
Day.
sense of how it's a hard game to find, but the differences are Conker's Bad Fur Day. Why are you pretending to smoke?
I don't know. I just want to freak Brandon out a bit.
He's not actually smoking. Obviously, he is vaping though. Why don't you vape? You should vape.
I have
Funny.
a vape.
Why don't you vape more? It'd be funny.
I don't know. I haven't switched over.
Switch over. As he coughs.
Cough.
If you guys want Kaz to switch to vaping, comment, like, and share and subscribe.
Yeah, just because you want it doesn't mean you can have it.
Why not?
Because there's like no way.
There's just no way. No, but I don't remember where I was going with that. You tangented and interrupted me. I don't remember.
I win.
Mischief Makers was the point I was trying to make is Mischief Makers was super cheap. And
Like how cheap was it? It was
like
so
$5.
cheap. I poured McDonald's coffee on my lap to cool off.
what?
It was $5.
Yeah, it was $5.
Why didn't you fucking buy it?
Because I don't know. I couldn't bring
You're an
myself to buy it.
asshole.
I know. I should have bought it. I should have just bought it.
Next time you go to a gaming store, make sure you FaceTime me so I can help you prevent yourself from making stupid choices. They had
didn't
Pokemon
walk in
Coliseum there.
there.
It was $100, but I was like, no way. And then I would have been like,
Fucking buy it.
buy that fucking.
I would have
game.
called you if they had it because I was looking for it. I would have called you if they had it.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, dude, do you want this game? So I'll buy it right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back there and buy a bunch of games.
I actually I own the N64 cartridge to Paper Mario, and it's like highly coveted.
Yeah, never get rid of that.
No, never.
Never, ever, ever get rid of that.
I have some good games. I'm just missing the Zelda games.
What other
for
N64 cartridges do you have? I'm curious.
I have Donkey Kong 64.
That I knew.
I have 2 copies of Banjo Kazooie for some reason.
The hell? Give me one.
Nope.
Let me borrow one.
I have Banjo Tooie.
The hell? I want to borrow Banjo Kazooie. Why are you so mean to me?
$98 for it. Came out in '98. That's how much I'm charging for it. If you don't like it, you can get out.
There is no way.
There's no way I will pay you money for a game.
There's no way I'll pay you money to borrow a game.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
TJ just
you.
gets all his games for free because he's a mooch.
Or $3.99.
Or for
No,
free.
because it's I'm the cheap gamer. That's why.
I'm the lame gamer.
And cheap gamer.
Well, you can borrow Octopath Traveler. You just can't borrow my Switcher brand and switch to play it
Why not?
because that is called cheating.
But how can I borrow the game if I can't borrow the Switch?
It's called Buy Your Own Switch. This
Fair
is a new
enough.
segment called Buy Your Switch, you bitch.
Buy your Switch, you bitch.
Here's 10 reasons why you should be buying a Nintendo Switch. Reason number 1, if you don't buy a Switch, then you can't have a cool Brooklyn accent like me. Reason number 2, you don't get to go off on tangents. Reason number 3, you need a Switch. Get one now. Buy it. Smoke.
Switch. Reason number 4. Come on, keep going. Reason number 4.
If you do buy it, you can also buy the greatest game ever made for the Switch, the Nintendo Labo. But if you feel like this game is not up to your standards, you can always start a fire in your bedroom. That'll make your mother think you're a pyromaniac, but that's okay. Live life to the fullest. Reason number 5. Wait, what?
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 Who?
Who? You come into
is
my
this?
house and you
Who
start
is
talking
this?
about the Nintendo Switch.
Never call here again.
Breath
Click.
of the Wild. Number
Breath of the
6,
Wild.
Super Mario Odyssey. Number 7, Skyrim for a portable console for the first time in the history of everything. Number 7? Did I just say number 7?
Yeah, number 8.
Number 8, great games for multiplayer, like all around. Number 9, the indie gaming platform has never been so big on a console before. Nintendo is crushing it. There's literally a game for everybody, if not 3 games for everybody, out right now on the Nintendo Switch. And number 10, the reason to get a Nintendo Switch right now is because you'll be able to play the Nintendo Switch even when your girlfriend says, there was no way.
So there you go, folks. 10 reasons why you should buy a Switch. But speaking of the Switch and reasons why you should buy it.
Okay, guys, so we're going to take a quick second to give a much-needed shout-out to our good friend, Mr. Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts. Whether you guys need t-shirts, logos, business cards, phone manipulation, custom art, anything like that, Jason is your guy.
You've seen our logo. You've seen how awesome it is. Hit him up today by going to www.jaybirddigitalarts.com. That is JAYBIRD digitalarts.com. Go there right now.
Right now, guys, just pause the podcast. Go and do
Jaybird
it.
Digital Arts.
Digital Arts.
Hazith, my good man.
Yeah.
How is Octopath Traveler? Now that you have actually fully been playing it, the game is out. It's been out now for about a week
Yeah.
or so now.
Yeah.
How is the game? Tell me about the
week
story.
and a half, I guess,
Tell me about the story. What?
Maybe more.
Give me a quick synopsis
Not
of it.
doing timelines. Well, it starts off with, I don't know, have we talked about it at all, really? Like, I don't want to reiterate on what we're doing in the demo, but
We didn't really talk about the story that much, though.
Okay,
in the
so
demo.
it's called Octopath Traveler because octo meaning 8 and then path meaning path. So 8 path traveler. There's 8 paths you follow in the game, right? And you get to choose which character you want to start off for. So this is made by Square Enix. This is basically like Final Fantasy-esque style game, but it's very unique in the sense of how it's played. And I'm not sure if it follows anything like Bravely Default or Bravely Second, but I feel like there's some things they've taken from that. If you know of those games, the Bravely Default games.
Yes.
So anyways, it starts off, you get to pick one of 8 characters. I'm not going to list, like, I'll get to the characters in a little bit, but like basically you pick one of 8 characters, whatever character appeals to you, you start off as, and you start your story there on the map. And then after you finish, like you instigate the storyline and everything, you decide to start traveling. And as you travel, you run into all the other characters in the game and they get joined and added to your party. So it's been really interesting because to me, I'm like all about the RPG aspect of like turn-based, which this game fully captures turn-based RPG. It adds a new thing to it that makes it a little bit more fun called boosting your attacks. And when you boost it either increases the damage of your attack or the amount you can attack, which is very helpful. Overall, the story basically is just about these 8 characters. They all have a different purpose for traveling. They need to go and they need to find their truths, and basically they all have a different thing going on for them. Like, for me to go into detail, it's
Well,
like,
and that's one thing that is really cool about this game is like because everyone has a unique story. Like
Each
they
character,
have their
yes.
reason, and
it's
there's
not just all. It's
yeah.
not like a classic RPG where it's like Final Fantasy, where it's like they're all going towards one goal. It's 8 different characters, all have different goals, but they're willing to help each other out while they accomplish their goals, right? And that's what makes it very interesting. Like it gets to the point where I'm so lost with so many of the characters because like you go and do one character and then all of a sudden you're on to another character, and it's just like you're trying to listen to their story and you're like, but I just listened to a story like this 5 minutes ago and it was sad too, and now I've got to listen to this one. Like, I'm so tired of listening to stories. But yeah, no, it's really good. Different characters to pick from. So
what I want to do is I'm going to list off the character.
Okay.
And a slight thing here, and then I want you to kind of tell me about them. If you've, because you have 7 characters right now in your playthrough.
I have played all the characters, so
Okay, cool.
we're good. We can talk all.
So
all of them.
we have the main 8 protagonists, which I think you can is there more than 8 in total you can unlock, or is it just?
I don't think
can't
so,
recall.
but I'm not
I can't recall.
100%.
I think it's just the 8 from what I've
for your
read.
party, but you get
Yeah.
to level them up in different ways.
From what we've seen and from what I've read, it's only 8. But the first character is Alphen Greengrass, who is
my gosh.
he's an apothecary, and he has an inhumane ability to read people. So what's his deal? He's a dude who makes potions and
He's
shit.
your apothecary guy.
Apothecary, excuse me.
He's what did you say?
Apothecary. I don't even know what I said. I have to go back and listen.
Is
I
it
definitely.
apocryphy or is it apothecary?
I think you said it properly. However you said it right.
I might not have been saying it right. I might have been
I'm
saying
pretty sure
alien.
you said it right.
Anyways, so he is, when you first find him, he's basically like, oh yeah, this one person's really sick. I need to go find a cure, blah, blah, blah. So if you're already into the game and you meet him, he's like, oh, you're going to help me? Okay, cool. So you'll go and help him as a party. But if you're just starting off as him, you obviously just have to go to this cave by yourself. Find it. And that's kind of the cool thing too, is each character, depending on who you start off as, you don't get to, like the first character you pick basically is the hardest of it all because they're the one who's going to go and do it on their own, the first boss fight and everything. So anyways, yeah, so you go and you do that. You find this giant snake in a cave, which is kind of cool. You find the cure for...
Snake in a cave.
Yeah, you find the cure for this girl, and you wake her up, and then he's basically like, oh, I'm going to go travel the world and become a better apothecary and figure out how to make, like, the best potions. So, like, that's kind of his goal, is to go out and find, like, the way to cure everybody and make sure everybody's healthy. So, yeah, he's kind of interesting.
Very noble cause.
His ability is nice. His outside battle ability is really good because you just walk around a town and you just talk to people and they just tell you information. It's really helpful for like finding hidden items, getting quests done. It's very useful. So I keep him in my party for the most part, but at the same time, I just like, there's some times where you're just like, I don't need you. Get out. So yeah.
Then we have Cyrus Albright, who is a scholar.
Ugh, okay. Already the most overrated character in the game.
I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how awesome he is. So I'm like...
He's super overrated. Lots of
Yeah.
people picked him as their start, and I think it was because he's a mage. Straight to the point, he's a mage. People find mages to be the most useful character in any game, and I agree. Cyrus definitely tops it for me. I would not remove Cyrus.
He is a
from my
good
party.
character. Like when we were playing it, like he is a very good
Yes.
character.
And I'm not going to remove him from my party ever. Like I would never remove him from my party. He's so useful to the point where like his attacks can like one hit almost 4 enemies at once you get him up to a certain level, right? So, but he's so overrated. Like everybody plays him. They've either started off with him or whatever, and I can understand why because he is useful in battle. But it's just like, where is like the diversity of you like trying to actually challenge yourself with a different
Right.
character? And it's like simply picking a mage character is so basic. It's just such an easy thing to do for anybody. They're just like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pick a mage character. Why? Because you come into my house, you tell me I can't pick a mage character, so I'm going to pick a mage character. So yeah, but he's very interesting. He's very, what's the word? He's like, he cuts straight to the point. He's very straightforward with people. His attitude is he's very smart, and he has the ability called scrutinize, which is he basically examines you, and he can read you based on how you look. He can tell everything about you. So his ability is much like Alphin's, but Alphin is a little bit nicer about it, where he's like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Where this guy's pretty much like, bitch, I know you fucked that dude last
Get over
night.
here and talk to me, bitch.
I know you fucked that dude. How did you know? Your panties are still around your ankles, and
Oh
he's
my
right behind
God.
you, still fucking you. No, I'm just joking.
Jesus.
So, but he's like that. So I don't have a huge opinion about him other than he is useful. But yeah,
Interesting. He's definitely an interesting character. I was surprised to see so many people were like basically picking him outright out of everyone. It is what it is, though. Now the next character is actually your main character,
okay.
and I can't pronounce her name.
Hanit, yes.
Hanit.
Hanit, or
Hanit,
whatever.
and basically she's a hunter.
Yes.
Huntress.
She's who I picked from the very beginning as like even in the demo. And I picked her before I knew about the boost attacks, obviously, before
Yes.
me and you knew about boost attacks when we played the demo. And I just loved the whole system. And I was like, wow, yeah. And then like I kind of had some like second thoughts with the game because me and TJ started playing it. And TJ was like, this game's so slow, blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
I was not into it at first.
and
Like,
then, when I
just-
figured out about boosting and what boosting
Makes it
was,
so much
I was like,
better.
what the heck? I'm like, this game is like amazing. The combat actually flows a lot better. So it really intrigued me. So Hannah is a huntress.
Yes.
She lives in like the woodlands. So, and she speaks a different, like she has a different accent.
she has a really weird way to speak, and I didn't like
And
it.
TJ still doesn't like it, but like I don't mind it. And so I picked her. Her abilities are basically like she summons creatures that she captures in battle, so you can capture them. But she's also got this one creature that's her familiar. It's a giant jaguar named Lind, and Lind is great. Lind's like, this is why Hannah is so perfect. So her main 2 attacks, like her basic attacks, are she can use heavy axes or bows. And then she's got Lind, who Lind basically is, when you summon Lind, she has 2 attacks. She can either use sword attacks, like it counts as like sword attacks, or spear attacks, right? That gives Hannah 4 basically total
yeah,
attacks right
which
there
is
just
cool.
from the get-go, which no other character has right off the bat. Like, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong, like, what's his name? We were just talking about Scholar guy. I never remember his name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Yeah, dickhead.
Dickhead McGee.
He's basically like, he gets a bunch of attacks too, but it's different when you're playing as Hannah and you have those 4 attacks right at the beginning. It makes it very playable. I chose her just based on like gut feeling, and I'm glad I did. She's honestly the most amazing character to have in the game. Her progression is perfect, and I feel like she's very much a leader. But they're all leaders in a way, but she definitely just has this like, I feel like if it were real life, you were watching a show, there's only like a couple of the characters that I could see being like leaders of the troop, or like being independent.
Yeah.
And Hannah's very much like, I'm not really doing anything for any of you. I'm just doing this all for me.
Yeah,
And
so
I
it's
that.
like, yeah,
And it's
you
the same
can
with
come along
Cyrus.
if you
Cyrus
want,
shows
yeah.
up and he's just like, I read this book today. Katniss almost died.
Lightning bolt.
And you're like, he was reading Hunger Games. He was reading Hunger. Oh my God, he was reading Hunger Games. So yeah, so
What?
Hannah is
Hunger what?
amazing, but I don't care if anybody picks her because I picked her. She is my favorite character so far.
She was a really cool character.
and she's like, the hunteth endeth. TJ's balls be blue this. Be blue.
It's just, I don't know why I didn't like it. I think for me it just got old really quick. At first I was like, this is kind of cool, and then I was like, okay, really every other word.
Yeah, but I mean that's just how she speaks, and you just accept it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you can't judge a black guy for being black. He's just born that way. So suck it up, TJ.
It's probably not the same thing,
It's
but
pretty much the same thing. I have the math done in my head. So
okay, take it for what it is.
yeah.
So the character that actually, when I played through, I chose was Ulbrich Eisenberg, aka Berg, who is basically he was a former knight, but then he started working as a sellsword under the alias Berg.
Yeah.
So from what we saw of him, he's definitely he's your tank, as you were saying earlier. He's your tank. He's your swordsman. He's your guy who can take all the hits and everything, and that's his role to fill.
Yeah.
Have you played more with him at all, or you haven't gotten him yet, right? I think in your
I played
playthrough?
enough with him where I know where he stands and everything like that, and his story is pretty straightforward. Like, he's going to find this guy he thought on the battlefield died that betrayed him, but he's not gone yet. So that's why his story kind of takes a little bit of interest. I'm waiting to see where he will fit in. I'm actually kind of just waiting to see if their stories will interconnect in a way. Because that would be very interesting, but I have this feeling like it's just gonna because right now it's very bland when you meet a new character and you just start off the story. It's not really like an interconnected web with them. It's just kind of like you're there with one of the main characters. So I'm hoping
That's what's cool about it. Like there is quite a few stories going on.
Yeah,
at
there's
once.
8 total stories. So I'm hoping that there is some interweaving eventually where it's just like, oh yeah, I know that person. Wait, you know that person? I know that person too. Yeah, we slept together last week. What? And they both look at each other at the same time, and one of them's a guy and one of them's a girl. And you're just like, wait a minute. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm just waiting for some interconnection, though.
I'm sure that will be.
I thought you were going to say, I'm sure that will be the case, exactly how you described it.
Exactly how they're going to say it.
Yeah.
Then we have Ophelia Clement, who is a cleric.
Oh, yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's great. She's a healer. She has luminescence attacks, which are like light-based attacks. Very useful when you start off the game and your character cannot hold its own in battle. She can heal you right back up. And she's kind of a mage character too, which is really fun because then she kind of helps you hit those enemies that Hannit can't hit or characters who are more of a physical attacker can't hit. Yeah, and her story is really cool too. She's just trying to revive. Like, I don't know if it's like I can't remember if it's her little sister or not. You watched me with her, right?
Yeah. I can't really remember.
It's
but
like she's
she
trying
has
to cure somebody
trying to
who's
cure
underneath
someone.
her
I
who's
can't remember
younger,
who it
and
is.
she has to go basically get this blue flame, and then you fight this golem and blah 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 and whatever, etc. So yeah, she's really awesome though. I used her basically up until I got my like 7th character, and then I was kind of like, okay, sorry, got to shove you to the side, got to make room for some new characters. Because I won't take Cyrus out of my party because Cyrus is too powerful. So
Is he as powerful as Minecraft?
he's so powerful.
He's super powerful.
He's more powerful than Terraria and Minecraft combined to make Stardew Valley.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's basically like Super Mario Odyssey and Final Fantasy and Breath of the Wild on drugs with each other, and then they have a threesome, and then there's test tube babies born.
Oh my god.
That is what the Octopath Traveler is all about.
Good lord.
There's 8 tentacles.
Then the next character we have is Primrose Azulhart.
Asshole
Who is a dancer / like fucking dark mage.
Which you just found out today when
Yeah,
you saw me.
'cause-
You were like, "Oh,
'cause
what
you
does
were like,
she
"Oh,
do?"
check
And
out
I was
her-
just like,
yeah.
I was just like, she just summons demons from the pits of hell. And you're like, what? And she's just like,
And literally, and like literally, she just like summons like a black cloud to like kill someone. I'm like, wait, so she's a dancer who summons darkness. Right on, good to know.
dancer of the dark.
And basically, she's trying to seek revenge for her father's murder. That's literally what she's trying to do.
Yeah.
She
Well,
wears very
just
skimpy
dancing
outfits.
around.
Yes,
She doesn't wear skimpy outfits. She wears.
skimpier than the other characters.
I've seen skimpier.
Well, I mean, so have I, but I'm just saying.
All right.
Then we have the thief, who is a Therion.
Oh, Therion, yeah.
Therion, excuse me.
Therion, yeah.
Who basically his whole thing is he's being blackmailed into finding mysterious dragon stones for a noble family.
Yes.
And he's a thief.
But he's hilarious. He's the one character that you pick up and he's just like, haha, out of my way and everything like that. Like, he's very cocky and when he's in battle, he's just like, I can handle this. And then he dies and you're just like, I thought you could handle it. I thought you could handle it, bitch. And he's just like, revive me. Revive me.
Help me, please. Please help me. It's like, no.
But he's really fun. His story is very interesting. He's a thief. He breaks into a mansion, blah, 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 steals a dragon stone. And then the rest of the family is basically like, get all the other stones back for us too. And he's just like, ha ha ha, out of my way. Just, so,
Okay. Then he's just like, okay.
Yeah, not much to tell there. I mean, his storyline's pretty cut and dry. It's just, you get him on your team and you're like, sweet, he's an asset. You're gonna go collect these dragon stones.
Definitely
and-
good for someone to have around.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And he can steal from the people of the town. That's kind of
And
nice.
people.
Yeah. So he can steal people too. Is this baby yours? I don't think you'll miss this.
Not anymore. Quiet child.
Quiet
boy.
I put him in the pocket.
Quiet boy.
2 years
Come,
pass.
boy.
Pulls out the baby. It's a toddler. My God. Time to set you free. No, Papa Therian, don't. Papa, what now? Here, here you go, Hannet. Feed it to Lind. Oh, the hunteth continueth.
That's
The
literally how she
toddlereth
talks.
will be eateneth by Lindeth.
Toddlereth will be eateneth by my tigereth. She's like, she's a lisp. She doesn't have a lisp.
Then Primrose runs over and goes, no,
Come here.
please, I'm just going to teach it how to dance. And then Cyrus is like, no, we will teach it how to read the Hunger Games. I just finished the 3rd book. Here you go. It's just like, I don't get it. You don't get nothing. Thunderbolt. This just killed
Kills him.
innocent toddler.
And then we have the last character who, from what I've read, is kind of, everyone's kind of meh about.
The
but
Last Jedi, yeah.
yeah, which is Teresa Colzone, who is a traveling
Is it Teresa
merchant.
or Tressa?
Could be Tressa.
Is it just
Tressa.
T-R-E?
Yeah, no, Tressa, excuse me, Tressa.
Like I said, TJ just likes
I
making
can't
up his
read
own
names. Leave me alone.
And this is the, this is the Brandon Bow
B-I-O.
Den. Bowden.
B-I-N-G-O.
He's got the Den of Bow.
Bingo, what's his name?
Anyways,
something? I don't
yeah.
know.
So Tressa, I'm on her right now. Actually, I'm focusing on her story a little bit right now. So
So what's her deal? She's just
She's
trying
like
to
a
make money?
merchant.
She's just literally trying to make money.
I guess that's her goal.
She's trying to get that hustle.
But she's good because she's got, like I said, she's kind of like Hannet, where she has the two very unique types of attacking. So she's got a spear and a bow, which I'm like, thank you. Like, it's been like forever since somebody else has had a bow
Yeah.
in the game, and now she has it. So I'm just like, yay. Yay. So I'm excited to try to use her. Yeah, but
It's cool. Like, there's a lot of cool, diverse
she
characters.
can also haggle with anybody. So she can walk up to people on the street and be like, hey, sell me your shit. And they're like, okay. And then they just like open their inventory and they have like friggin' like a sword, a random ass sword. And you're like, and she's like, give me the sword. And it's just like, this is my grandfather's sword.
I gave you 5 gold for it.
I gave 5 gold pesos for it, or whatever our currency is. Cyrus is like, that sword's clearly worth 500. Shut up, Cyrus. I'll hit you with this book in a minute if you don't shut the fuck up. She's probably going to be the best character because I could just see her being like that. Like, if all
She's
the
just
characters
super sassy.
would have personalities, it would be funny if Cyrus would just be like the dick with the books. Like, yeah, well, I just finished Harry Potter 7. What are you going to do, bitch? Yeah, well, I finished Harry Potter 8. Fuck you.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Fire.
and then Hannah
fire.
would just be like sitting off in the distance and be like, you're all a bunch of whineth babies.
Whineth babyeth.
Babyeths.
Youeth, alleth, whinereth, babyeth.
And I think Therian and Hannet would end up together in the end. They're both very like
Who? Oh, Hannah.
Hannet and Therian, because they're both like she's a hunter, he's a thief. So in the next game, where it's called like Octopath Traveler 2, where it's like 16 people's path.
It's called Octopath Traveler 2. What else would it be called?
Octopath Traveler, the hidden Octopath. I don't know.
The hidden Octopath.
And so like Hannet and Therian's kid would be like called Thanet, and it would talk like this, like,
Thanet.
get out of my wayeth.
Oh my god.
Cometh, Ganny, we have hungrieth mouths to feedeth.
What are the graphics like for the game? Since I know it's 8-bit, but it's a
It's
very
mix.
beautiful 8-bit game.
Yeah, it's like 8-bit meets. It's like Pokemon 8-bit,
Yeah.
like Generation 4 and 5 Pokemon 8-bit, where it's like got that 3D aspect to it. Very, very beautiful graphics, keeps you entertained, and you hardly realize you're playing like that style. They've done something with it where it's almost like tricked you, like because I can play a Final Fantasy game that's 8-bit and like get bored really quickly, but I think it's the music really takes you in, which is always
It's got a beautiful,
the music is
amazing music.
always what it's about in a game like that. But I also think it's the skills, the way that the
Like your
combat's set up.
combat system is so like with the combat system, like I kind of know how it works. Like it's your basic turn-based combat system.
Yeah, it's turn-based.
But every character has their own skills. They have their own attacks. Each character has a couple different weapons too, right? Is that pretty much how it works?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're gonna go up against like enemies that when you go up against an enemy, they have like a certain amount of defense.
Yeah.
And that defense can be broken, and then once you break their defense, you basically attack them all out, and you can kill them.
it does
a
way
lot
more
faster.
damage,
You do more
yeah.
damage, and the way to break their defense is to use something they're weak against. So along the bottom of an enemy are these like blocks. They all have questions in them when you first start off, but as you go through, you figure out what they're weak to by attacking them with different attacks, or you can use Cyrus's ability, which when he enters battle, Cyrus will grant you one weakness right off the bat. He'll study his
That's
foes.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and they all have really cool abilities. Like, once you start going through the game, you earn extra abilities. Like, right now, Hannah, if I go up and attack somebody now, she'll go, like, let's say I have a boost 4 attack with my bow, and Hannah's like, and she's like, pew, pew, pew. And this guy's just like, fuck, and he's just getting hit arrow after arrow, and then it breaks him, and he's just like, oh my god, I can't take it anymore. And then Hannah has a special ability called Second Serving, where once she finishes an attack,
that's awesome.
she can just do another attack, like just a single attack, and she'll just go. So she'll stand there for a second, and I can always see it when it's about to happen, because she'll stand there and she'll go, It's just like, and it just fucks the enemy over. It makes me laugh every time she does it, because like I'm not expecting it, and it's just that little bonus thing. But yeah, I know it's pretty cool. They all have special abilities like that, so it makes it really fun.
That's cute. That's cool. And then like your basic, like you're walking around and you have like random battles, obviously, so you can grind and level up.
Yeah,
and
it's not. There's not really a point to it, because like I did that for a while, and then once I figured out like, okay, so you can grind, because every time you get a new character, they start off from level 1, so you want to get them up to level, right? But it doesn't work. It does not work, because Hannah is like way over leveled right now. Hannah and Cyrus are like my most over leveled characters. So they're walking around and they're one hitting everything, and I'm just like, what the heck? And my character's like getting 5 levels. I'm like, perfect. But then once you get up to like level 10, it starts to get a little trickier, right? Because everything right now is like recommended level 11. So, but when you have a character that's level 18 and a character that's level 17, and then you've got a bunch of level 14s, and you're trying to get this one character up to like level 15, it takes forever. And by that point, Hannah's going to be like level 21.
Yeah.
Cyrus is going to be
You're
like
kinda
level 20.
screwed on
And it's
that
just kind of
point.
like, you're just like,
that kind of sucks.
it makes the game not hard anymore, right?
I find sometimes that's like what happens with Pokemon. Like where you'll like capture a new Pokemon, and like I guess caught a level 5 Pokemon I wanted. And I'm like, well shit, my main guys are like 20. So like that's not that big of a jump to do, but like they're
But
like
that's the difference with Pokemon is you're not leveling everything up
Yeah, it's
unless
just
you
one
have that
thing, yeah.
stupid experience share on. But like if you just could focus on one character, that'd be great. But I don't know how. I don't know if you can like remove people from your party and just like have one character.
maybe you could, I don't know.
That would
That'd
be
cool if you
interesting
could,
to
though.
see.
That'd be cool to see in the next one if you could do
But
that.
I feel like there's eventually a point where you'll all level out and everything, because obviously one character is going to be earning more experience.
probably
than
like
the others.
30 or something.
Yeah, something around there. So
Well, that's cool. So overall, with this game, talking about the story and the characters, the graphics, the combat, and all that kind of fun stuff, how is this game value-wise in your opinion? Like, what did this game cost you?
okay, so it's an $80 game in Canada, which means it's a $90 game in Canada with taxes.
Yeah.
It's so far I've played, I think I want to say 14 hours.
Give or take, yeah.
14 hours, and I have barely made a dent in the just the basic story, like the first chapter of all these characters. So these characters run on chapter-based systems. I don't know how many chapters each one's have, but I would assume if each character had 6 to 8 chapters, this game's going to be worth it. It's like I said, like the way that Nintendo has like, I feel like I said this last week maybe, or maybe I said it to TJ, but like I said, either way, I know I said it. The way that they advertised this game was brilliant. It's exclusive to the Nintendo Switch, so you're not going to be able to play it on any other console. Anybody who loves RPGs or Final Fantasy style turn-based, this is for them. They have every single possible class you could want. It offers a diverse gameplay of an RPG like this. Like, not saying it hasn't been done before, but it is the way that they're doing it this time. It's a refreshing way to look at an RPG. Like, I've never been excited to play an RPG like this in a long time.
Yeah.
They put the demo out for you, a 3-hour demo, unlimited gameplay. Like, you could play it. If you were, like, whipping through it, you got 3 hours of good gameplay in there. You could push yourself, like, right into the game. And that, to me, is something incredible. Like, for them to put out a demo like that, they basically just upsold their game. They were like, here's our game, play it for 3 hours, come buy it. So, yeah, and I know a lot of gamers who own the Switch, they were right on top of it. Like,
Yeah, that was a
Octopath-
beautiful marketing on their part. Like,
Octopath
amazing.
did good, and
Yeah.
I think it's sold very well so far. And like, I know a lot of people like I follow on social media. That's all they were playing this weekend.
Yeah.
It was literally like, oh, I really want to go and go outside, but I can't because Octopath Traveler is freaking addicting, and it is. You're sitting there and you just get into the combat, and you get used to it, and you get into that mode where you're in an RPG and you're like, all all your characters, you know the enemies you're fighting, and you're just like, bitch, bam, 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 you did. Experience points. All right, let's do it again. And then, and it's very, to me so far it's worth it. So I put, like I like to say, I told TJ earlier today, for every hour you put into a game, I feel like that's $1. That should be $1, or
pretty
at
much,
least,
yeah.
or even $2. Let's say it's $2 or something. So if I put 40 hours in this game, I find that this game is going to be worth it. That should be fair enough. Like, I know when I go and buy a Pokemon
You're
game
paying
for
full
$50,
price. Yeah.
I get a Pokemon game for $50. It's already worth it in the value because the amount of time I'm going to spend just on the main storyline is going to be close to at least 30 to 40 hours.
So it's well worth the money to get,
So yeah,
for sure.
so basically you got to look at it as like how much you're working to make the money that you're spending on the game. And so if I say 40 hours is the equivalent of $90 or something like that, or 45 hours is the equivalent,
Something like that, yeah.
then you know what? That's worth it to me. Like,
Seems like it is. Like, and that's what's cool is when you have a game that is valued very high as far as, yeah, you're paying full price for it, but you're getting a lot out of it. How
Exactly.
is, kind of wrapping it up with this today, how is, like, obviously there's a lot of replay value in this game.
yeah.
Because you have 8 other stories you can play.
Right,
to start
right,
with.
right.
So that's a no-brainer. At the end of the day, does this game get the 2 guys in a game recommendation? The official 2 guys in a game recommendation.
It gets one of the 2 guys official.
Well, see, I recommend it.
Oh, okay.
Because I only played it for about an hour, but like, if I had to switch, I'd play the shit out of it right now. Like,
So
it
what
sounded cool.
if you dated a girl for an hour, you're just gonna put your seal of approval on her? Well, I'm gonna give her my Hodder of approval,
my Hodberg of approval.
Giggity,
By
giggity,
girl,
goo.
I mean
Who
my
else but
wonderful
Hodberg?
fiance.
It's Hodberg.
Hodberg. You never really know what he's gonna do next. It's Hodberg.
So, yeah.
Giggity, goo.
I guess we can put our seal of approval on it.
I would say so. Do you put your seal of approval on it?
Stamp.
Stamp. We need a stamp sound effect. Just go bam.
Game approved.
Not like you already have enough to do. No. But hey, that'd be cool. But I'm not gonna say. Hey,
I just did it. It's okay. All he has to do is take that sound bite now and just cut it out, and that's
Just
it.
input it.
And just deepen the voice, like seal of approval.
2 guys in
Oh
a
my
game.
god, I'm dying.
Why is someone dying?
Because that's just what makes it funny.
Fair enough.
If you watch BoJack Horseman, where it's just like they're on the game show, and it's just like this lady like screaming every time a new segment starts up, and she's just like, "Oh my god, I'm on fire!" Just like she actually sounds like she's dying. It's freaking great. Yeah, I know.
Oh boy. Well, I believe it is now time for some shout-outs.
And then Kaz was like, "There is no way,"
Shoutouts initiating.
Any shouts today, Kaz?
and there's like no way.
Well, I want to give a shout out to all, of course, the Podbeard Network, all of our friends on the network. I want to give a shout out to the Bearded Geeks. They got a real nice pad down under.
That joke never gets old.
Never gets old. They've had a lot of like fucking wicked content lately too. They've been doing a lot of movies,
wicked-ass content,
which is
mate.
fun. Last week they
They
did
recorded a kangaroo on their show last week.
Oh my God.
It was fucking
Kangaroo,
great.
mate. I love those guys.
And then the wallabies. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's enough. That's
Throw
enough.
the boomerang right
I'm
at
trying
the
to
shrimp
support
in the
them.
boat.
Shut up, guys. Why are you stopping tangents? Dirt. Just kidding.
He came in here. He told me to shut up, so I'm gonna respect his choices.
Oh, but they
then there was like no way.
They did a couple weeks ago. They did a podcast, which all 3 of them, the 2 main hosts and then one of their buddies, they sat down and did commentary for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh yeah.
Which I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm into it because I was like, I'm not gonna sit and watch this movie, but I tried. I the only reason I didn't get through the whole movie because I was like, I don't watch movies that much. I'm not a movie guy. But like, I was thoroughly enjoying it. This is great. And then last week they did an Ant-Man and Wasp full review. The Beard Master Jags did it alone. He does them solo a lot when he does the movie reviews. And as someone who does a solo podcast, I know how hard it is, and he fucking killed it. Amazing. So I just wanted to give them a good shout out. Of course, No Geeks Allow squad, always hilarious stuff. They like to talk about us once in a while too. So always appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much for the support. They always have great content. Just Larry Crew, of course. They were talking about us as well on their podcast about just over a week ago now.
I'd like to give a shout out to my body, my rib.
Thanks for holding up.
It's been holding up there. It's been giving me a lot of pain since I tripped over a base in baseball.
Pretty sure you have a broken rib, but it's fine.
It's not broken.
Pretty sure you at least
This is
popped
the
it
hardest
out.
working rib in the galaxy, Morty. My knee, it's been doing great. It only hurts every 10 minutes.
Good
And
Lord.
my wrist, for some reason, it just really fucking hurts. I don't even know what the reason would be.
I know, right? I don't know.
My wrist. Ow.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Wrist, you son of a bitch. You did it again, didn't you?
Okay, stop. Of course, we're going to shout out to the
What?
Still
I'm just
Loading
saying.
podcast.
I was just shouting out
Josh,
to-
our good friend.
You're a jerk.
I'm trying to shout out legit
Stop
people.
trying and start doing, and just deal with my tangents on the side.
I am. Of course, I want to give a shout out to the Life is Casual Gamers podcast, the Wheel Rant podcast, who are always
Casual.
awesome. I did last week. I did a You know the Instagram question things that have been going around?
Nope.
Well, there's this thing. No, you wouldn't know. You're on social media. There's this thing going around, like people ask each other questions on Instagram. Like they're like, oh, in my store, like, oh, ask me a question. So I did that for 2 guys in the game, and the Real Rant podcast asked. It was a joke question, but they were like, how come Kaz is on Podbeard Network and Wiz never beard? And I was like, those are fighting words, but no. So I explained that you can actually grow a pretty dope beard, but you can't because of work. But he grows pretty mean scruff. # mean scruff.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people like live their lives the way they're supposed to, and other people just criticize other people for living their lives the way they're living it. And
why does you have to have a beard to be on Podbed Network? Huh? Why does that have to be? You come in here, you tell us how to. No. Shout outs to them. Always a great podcast. And I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I want to give shout outs to out there. All the # Pod and family. Thank everybody for all the retweets and the support and everything. Bumwine Bob, of course. If I'm forgetting anyone, I apologize. I'm not meaning to.
Shout out to
I'm doing this off the top of my head. Yeah, shout out to Zace and Zach.
And Kaz.
Shout out to the producer for letting us use his place and letting us break and enter. And shout out to you for listening. Thank you very much, regardless of how you did so. However you were listening, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, follow, share with all your friends. This is something that we love to do for each other as an outlet and everything, but we also love to entertain you guys and make you laugh and make you think and hopefully give you some good recommendations of video games and all that kind of fun bullshit and tangents and all that fun stuff. Right, Kaz?
There's like no way.
There is like no way. All right, well, I have been Hodder.
And I've been dying in a vat in the garage.
And this is 2 guys in a game. And I've been dying in a vat in the garage. Please, send help. This is not a dance.
I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. My wrist is really sore.
Bye, everybody.